Hi guys, Lynn Shaw of Two Girls and a Book here, and I am doing my 2019 year-end wrap-up. I am very excited with the way things ended for 2019. Read lots and lots of books, met my Goodreads goal, did tons of reviewing, and stuck my toe into a little bit of videoing as well. So, without further ado, let's talk about some of my favorite reads from 2019. One of the first things that I got into in 2019 was fairy tale retellings, which is a bit unusual for me because I'm not much one for the whole romance books and all that kind of thing. However, author Melanie Gilbert takes a very unique spin on the fairy tale retelling and has incorporated all the supernatural beings you could possibly imagine into her books. It's very family oriented. It is YA, good, clean reads. So you can definitely let your teenagers read them. You don't have to worry about that. And I highly recommend that you check out this series. Three of the books are currently published, and I own two of them. The first book in the series is Midnight, and it is a Cinderella retelling. The second book in the series is Enchanted, and it is a Beauty and the Beast retelling. The third book in the series is called Captive, and it is a Rapunzel retelling. And hopefully in either January or February of 2020, there will be a Snow White retelling, Poisoned, coming out soon as well. If you like a unique twist on your fairy tale stories, you want something a little darker but still clean, I highly recommend this new fairy tale series from Melanie Gilbert, so make sure you check that out. One of my favorite authors completed her trilogy in May of 2019. Her name is Am Rinaldi, and she finished the Cross Chronicles series. The first book in that series is called Evading the Dark. The second book in that series is Hiding Till Dawn. And the final book in the trilogy is Chasing the Sunrise. It is a YA paranormal fantasy, and it deals with witches, werewolves, vampires, fae, the whole nine yards. Everything is in this book. And Casey attends a supernatural school that is attacked by a group of vampires. Her life as she knows it is turned upside down. She has many truths revealed to her about her past, who her parents are, and what her parents are. And it takes her through that journey, and you get to watch her grow and blossom into a majorly badass, kick-ass woman. And I highly recommend that series. And again, it's a clean YA read. If you are a fan of Stacey Rourke and you love her witty, laugh-out-loud books, then you are going to love her series from 2019. Called The Journals of Octavia Hollows. And look, her sidekick is a pig. A pig, people! I mean, it's got to be fantastic if there's a pig in there. It's a series of 6 novellas. This is the compilation of all 6 novellas. You can buy the complete set in one book or the individual novellas. It's available in ebook and in print. Again, classic Rourke, laugh out loud, so funny, so many adventures for Octavia and also for her pig, appropriately named Bacon. Now, one of my absolute favorite authors, Kelly Martin, and if you follow the page, you know I stalk Miss Martin very, very well. I'm very excited to say that I am finally going to meet her in 2020. She is scheduled to be at 2 of the author signings that I am planning to attend in 2019. So I'm very excited about that. I haven't officially bought tickets, airline tickets, to get to either of them, so I don't want to jinx it just yet. But they're definitely on the calendar, and it is my plan to be at both of those events. And Kelly may not be aware of it, but she's soon going to find out that I'm her new best friend. And here's why. Trinity Row by Kelly Martin is my absolute favorite read of 2019. If you love ghost stories, if you love edge of your seat thrillers that leave you looking in the closet and checking under the bed to see what's lurking beneath it, then I highly recommend that you check out anything by Kelly Martin. But most importantly, her latest book, Trinity Row. Highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. I cannot say enough good things. I love a good ghost story. I love a good thriller. And Kelly Martin writes some of the best ones out there. So definitely check her out. Now, I have not done this in the past, but I'm doing this in this particular wrap up. Let me start this over. I read books from all genres, various different authors. Yes, I have my tried and true favorites, but I try to expand a little bit each year and meet new people and take on new requests. And this year, there was one publishing house that stood above and beyond everyone else that sent me requests, asked me to read or beta read or anything else. And that publishing house is Monster Ivy Publishing. They didn't pay me for this review. I'm not getting anything out of this. But I just want to say that if you are looking for good, clean reads, check out Monster Ivy Publishing. You definitely know what you're getting with these guys. And Trinity Row by Kelly Martin is published through Monster Ivy. So it was one of the books that I read from that publisher as well that I loved. I read 2 books published with Monster Ivy from Joe Cassidy. The first was called Good Girls Stay Quiet. The second, Willow Marsh. These 2 books could not have been any different in content. This one left me a hot blubbering mess. Oh my gosh, the feels, the intensity. It has to do with a young lady who was kidnapped at a very young age, and she's raised by her kidnapper. He lets her go to school, but he doesn't allow her to have any friends, and he keeps her locked in at home. And he is abusive to her, so it's not for the faint at heart. But this isn't just a story of abuse. This is how she gets out and how she goes on afterwards. And there really could be a follow-up to this because the ending kind of leaves you wondering a little bit about the main character. But again, highly recommend it. Her second book that I read, Willow Marsh, could not be any different. It is a paranormal supernatural read. Like I said, completely different from Good Girls Stay Quiet, but a fantastic read nonetheless. And I'm so glad I got introduced to Joe Cassidy. She's a fantastic author. Last but not least, I read let me rephrase that. I'm still reading the Sisters of Blood Creek series from Mary Gray and Kimmy Larson. Book 1 in that series is Hush Now Forget. Book 2 in that series is Sleep Don't Fret. I don't have book 3 in my hands back here because I am currently reading that one, so it's on my nightstand. But I just want to say that if you are a fan of the television series from the CW Supernatural, The Winchesters, then you definitely want to check out this series from Kimmy and Mary. It is a fantastic series. It follows 2 sisters. It's a YA read. There's a lot of badassery in it. They probably don't want me using that sort of language, but there's a lot of badassery in it. But again, another good, clean read. You don't have to worry about this if you have teenagers who are reading it or anything like that. Or if you like me and you're just sometimes a prude and you don't want to hear all about somebody's sex life. But whatever the case is, these are my fantastic favorite reads from 2019. So make sure you check out these authors. I will be providing links to them as well as to the publisher, Monster Ivy Publishing, in my I will be providing links to them in the description below. So make sure you check all of that out. And thank you so much for joining me.